From the Toad Hop Network studios
in Hollywood,
this
is the ToadHopNetwork.com.
It's a groovy way of relaxing.
Radio worth watching.
Radio worth watching.
Number one then, and number one now.
You're listening to Heffron and Reed.
Heffron and Reed.
Rated #1 podcast by the World Podcasting Federation and the Podcast Ranking Association. No, for real. It says it right here.
Heffron and Reed.
Oh, yay!
All the radio announcements actually have a personality. They're not sitting there all monodrone.
They always are coming up with new stuff, new twists.
Every once in a while, you guys are not boring.
You're listening to Heffron and Reed.
That was the Heffron and Reed Heffron and Reed country intro. I wish it got such a great response last show, whenever it took place. I don't know. We have Racheal Butera back.
Woo! I just headbanged my headphones off.
Enjoy having you on, Rach, because one, I'm a crappy host. You give me somebody to talk to, like John Reeves being a mega movie star. He might be calling in this show. He might not be. I don't know. But once again, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me on. It's awesome to be here, man.
And you can check out Racheal Butera Voice. That is in front of that, Racheal Butera Voice. Racheal, if you haven't been experienced, haven't experienced her, is that how I would say it? I'm a little hopped up on the Dayquil.
Many men have experienced me, but not.
But you're an awesome impressionist and a funny stand-up and a really good. You have your own show that we'll talk about. You're all around. You're all around.
I'm all over the place.
And what we do, Rach, we haven't done this game in a while, is we donate money to the Wounded Warriors, and we would like to find different ways. So we do it by swearing. If people swear on our show, we donate $1. But this is a fun game. Every one you get wrong, we donate $1 to the Wounded Warriors. But don't sandbag it.
All right.
Do you know what I mean? Because we donate a lot, so just keep it real. But if am I saying that right? Yeah, but if you get, for every answer you get wrong, we donate $1.
Okay.
But don't feel you have to get stuff wrong on purpose because it's a long journey.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, so we're going to play a little thing right here. You're going to have to either guess A or B. Okay, I'm going to give you a answer, and you're going to have to tell me, A, is it an after-school special? Or B, a Facebook group?
All right.
Got it?
I love it.
Okay, here we go. A, after school special, B, Facebook group. Here we go. My dad lives in a downtown hotel. Racheal, is that an after school special or a Facebook group, do you think?
A Facebook group.
Ooh, sorry. That was an after school special.
Ah, shit.
I did not see My Dad Lives in a Downtown Hotel. Have you seen that one?
No.
All right. Here's another one.
Doesn't sound real.
Mary was an unmarried teenage mother too. I don't even know if that sentence is... Mary was an unmarried teenage mother to... Oh, I get what they're
That's
trying to
got to be an after-school special.
After-school special or Facebook group is after-school special. Is that what your final answer is?
Yeah.
It's Facebook group.
What? What the hell?
You're 0-2.
I suck.
By the way, I don't think anyone's gotten any of these wrong.
Wow.
Except for you.
Yeah, I'm bad.
But
I don't know
it's
anything about
$2 to Wounded Warriors so far, so that's great. Next one. Sometimes I don't love my mother.
That's definitely an after-school special.
Racheal's saying it's an after-school special, or it could be a Facebook group, but she's saying it's an after-school special. Racheal, I will give you one more second. Is that what is after-school special what you want?
It's an after-school special because I lived it.
Racheal, you will be correct. It's the ABC after-school special where a series of educational programs ran from 1972 to 1977. Yeah, I knew that. Well, I thought I was reading something about...
Sometimes I don't love my mommy. Yeah, that was like my theme growing up.
I do one more?
Yeah.
Do you like that game?
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun game.
It is fun.
Okay, here's this one. And we'll stick with this music. No, we'll go. Here we go, Racheal. We're talking to Racheal Butera. I don't know, suddenly I'm talking like this, but here we go, Racheal. A or B, Jones soda flavor or limited edition Axe body spray?
Wait a minute.
I'm going to give you a name, and you're going to tell me if it's A, a Jones soda flavor.
Oh, I see.
Or is it a limited edition Axe body spray?
Okay, what's Jones soda flavor? I've never heard of that.
Oh, this might be a little tough for you. It's like
Jones.
Yeah, they have all these crazy flavors, and it's like a pop.
I've never heard of that before, but let's play
okay,
anyway.
all right, we'll see.
Pop. You're from the Midwest.
Yes.
That's why. I'm from the East fucking coast. We have Coke.
We have pop. We have pop. And that's soda. I'll never say soda. Here we go. Candy cane. Is that a Jones soda or is it an Axe body spray?
I would say it's soda.
And you'd be correct. It's one of their holiday flavors, by the way.
Because Axe is for men, and men would not have candy cane.
Okay.
Right?
I would know. Axe body spray is kind of that weird.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Answer 2. Here we go. Antacid. Is that a soda flavor or Axe body spray?
Soda.
You are correct.
That one's easier than the other one.
Okay, last one.
Just saying.
Natural Field Turf. Natural Field Turf. Is it a Jones soda or Axe body spray?
That's Axe, and it's hysterical.
It's Jones soda.
No way.
And it's part of their special
like
Seattle Seahawks collector pack.
Wait, so turf, like grass?
Yeah.
Soda?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what it was. That was a little game. I think you gave $4 to Wounded Warriors.
All right.
And what I could do, maybe you can help me with this, and then we'll get into the show, because I posted something on my Facebook page, and I got a lot of reactions, so I want to read it out loud. But there's a bit I'm trying to do in the beginning of this podcast, which I haven't figured out. You know how, like, if you watch True Blood or Downton Abbey or any of those shows, and they go previously on, and then you kind of get caught up?
Yeah.
I wanted to do that for the show, and we just randomly say random stuff. So you're like, oh, we missed a lot of cool stuff.
Okay.
But I just can't figure out. Maybe it's just a dumb bit, but I don't know if I want to play it in. Here's what it sounds like. Ready?
Previously on the Heffron and Reap podcast.
Racheal, I will kill you!
No, you can't come at me like that. I can't take it anymore.
If they don't tell me the numbers that I'm getting on this podcast, I will light this place on fire.
Dude, I am so ready to watch it fucking burn.
I said we just find that guy and totally kick his ass.
We should totally just sit back and wait till he finds us.
Racheal, tell us where the bomb is!
I don't know! I'm telling you! They're gonna kill me if I say anything!
See how good that was?
We did it.
That was like the best one.
Yeah, I think we did it.
But, like, so should we do that in the very... I have, like, energy now? Should we do that in the very beginning of the show? Like, that's how it starts?
Yeah, we could do that.
Do that, and then people are like...
Should probably maybe write something about it, like, you know, like write it beforehand if we're going to do it for the next show.
Right. And then that way...
You know, we could keep it like... We could do like a real promo, like previously on the show. And then we could do like a real... We could have gunshots happening, and then bombs people are exploding.
Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in the show.
Like,
and our running theme could be... John Reap has been kidnapped.
Yes, there you go.
And we're trying to, like, we're like, how can we sit here and talk about relationships and stupid stuff on the news
I feel so guilty. You just
when John Reap
in.
is stuck in Detroit tied to a chair?
I don't, oh my God, that's so, I don't know what to do. Yeah, that would work.
By the way, I have to do this.
You're listening to Heffron and Reap. One of the Johns is out, so per their agreement, when one's gone, the other will talk positive about them and plug dates for them in their absence for 15 seconds starting now.
Everybody, please go to @JohnReap on Twitter, and please tweet him. John and Racheal will find you. Stay strong. That's what I want you to say. Go @JohnReap and tweet him. John and Racheal will find you.
Okay, now back to the show.
I can't wait to meet John Reap.
He's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
Like, my wife gets mad. Not mad. That's a bad thing. When he's here, my biggest note is I don't let people talk.
Yeah.
And me and John Reap, we talk at different levels.
Okay.
He's not wound as tight as me.
Right.
And he's more laid back. And I'm more So it's a nice mixture. But apparently I don't let the guy talk.
Okay. Well,
maybe that's why he never shows up anymore.
Yeah, that's probably
for the podcast.
why he's off filming a movie and he's like, fuck that. I got John.
I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
I wonder how long I'll be able to not do the podcast before he realizes I'm never doing it with him again.
I'm not going to sit there for that.
So, Rach, on my Facebook page, I posted this the other day, and it was amazing how many responses I got. And we're still working on putting together a prom for you.
Oh yeah, that prom.
It's literally, it's going to be a mission of mine.
Never say goodbye.
Never say goodbye. I'm willing to bet if I meet anybody, I go, when did you graduate from high school? And they say the 80s. I can almost go, I'm willing to bet from 1988 to 1985, your class song was Never Say Goodbye by Bon Jovi.
Mine wasn't. Wait, I graduated in 90, and ours was something shitty. I can't remember. Like a terrible song that never got played again. I don't even know it. That's how much I cared.
Yeah, I think ours, I don't even know why I would know this. I don't know where my keys are.
Billy Joel, Time to Remember, was on the list, and of course that's what I voted for. This is the time to remember, because it will not last forever. But of course the dumb cunts in my school just picked some shitty pop song of the 80s that like I can't even...
I think ours was like Michael W. Smith. Is that a guy?
I don't know.
Like a religious guy?
Is that a guy?
Like he was like...
Why, did you go to Catholic? Did you have a Catholic school prom?
No, but I remember... and the friends are friends forever.
No.
If the Lord's the Lord of them.
What the
And
hell?
a friend will not say never, because a friend never ends.
Sounds like a...
And it's time to let you go. And this time is all I
don't know this song.
That a lifetime is not too far to live as friends.
I don't know it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a song.
Yeah, and I honestly can't even remember my prom song. It was like some black artist of the day.
Let me rub you up and down.
It wasn't like Luther
It's written
Vandross
all
or
over
anything.
your face.
Oh, wait. It just was on the tip of my tongue. What the hell was it? Oh, it's right there. I can't think of it. I don't know. By the way, you didn't tell me I was going to be on camera. I would have worn a bra. So great.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it is all webcammed out here, and I forget too. And then people go, "Why are you so fidgety when you're talking?" And they go, "Well, it's because I bounce around and I talk. That's how my brain works." Well, why are you so focused on what I do?
No.
So here's a post that I put on my Facebook page, and it got so much response, and I haven't even read it. So I'm going to kind of break out some of this for you. Here's what I just put randomly on my Facebook page. What's the number one thing you want the person you live with to do more of? And then in parentheses, I put non-sexual. Be specific. If you say clean what? Pick up what? I did that because I didn't want people going anal. You know what I mean? So I got rid of, I took that away. And here's what people think. Listen when we, the kids or I, are talking.
Ugh, what a nightmare drag that sounds like.
Thoroughly clean up after yourself in the kitchen. This is all stuff.
This is all women
people
telling
want
men what they
Stop
want.
using my razor on her legs.
Okay.
It's a guy thing. Clean the bathroom sink after you shave. Now, you're not married, and I just want to...
I lived with someone for 4 years.
But I just want to let you know, this is what you have to look forward to.
I don't want to get
This
married.
is what ends up happening.
No, I know. I lived with someone, and I don't like it. I just want the constant sex and companionship. I don't want the domestication.
Now, here's one that, I just threw it as a post, but this is, look how long. I wish I had sad music. Do you have sad music that you can play to make this sound?
Sad songs, they sing so much. Turn them on. There we go.
Turn them on.
Oh, and I guess that's why they call it the blues.
Time on my hands.
Could be time spent with you.
It's slow? Do you have slow? Okay. Oh, the computer's slow.
I hear the ticking of the clock.
Oh, that's a good song.
I'm lying here, the room's pitch dark.
Now, when you do, because you do impressions, do you think it's easier? It's easier to listen and to mimic a singer, right?
Yeah, I can't sing on my own, but I can imitate singers. Like I do a pretty good Cyndi Lauper singing.
Oh, I love Cyndi. I can only do like Randy Travis, and long as old Wham sit and talk about home, man.
You probably can do a lot of.
I can only
guys
when you get in that. Can we just keep hearing that song?
Sad piano. Sad
Here we go.
piano. We need
everybody.
rain. We need some rain.
So you do Cyndi Lauper, like what song?
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and think of you.
That is good.
Caught up in circles, confusion is nothing new.
Past bless was
You're one of those guys who don't know the words to any song, but you know every song.
If you're lost,
then
you
you
can
look
look
and
and
you
you
will
will find me.
Time after time.
If you lost, I will catch you, but I will be waiting. Time after time.
The song almost goes to the song we're actually singing right now.
It kinda does.
Did you realize that? That was
Yeah.
like a cool moment.
It's perfect.
So here's what this person wrote when I asked them, "What do you want to do?" Okay, I want him to ask me before he sits down to relax.
Oh, come on.
It still needs to be done around the house so we can sit down together. And after everything is done, dishes, folding the laundry, feeding the animals, helping our daughters with their math, etc., etc.
Wow, I bet that guy's looking for a blowjob anywhere he can get it outside the house right now.
It's always about how hard he has it at the end of the day and how early he gets up.
Not about how hard it is.
But then he forgets that what it's like for me to be home, all right? It's listen, I get tired too.
Holy
and
shit, dude.
while it's wonderful that I love it, it's his full-time job staying at home with the kids, and I don't get to have the uninterrupted conversation with other grown-ups like he does.
Wow.
I just don't feel like he's equal, and it's just important in his eyes that he views himself.
While she was writing that, her husband was over at my house.
And you're blowing him while he was...
and I'm blowing him while
I almost started crying.
she was writing that.
Did it feel like I got into that?
I felt the emotion, yeah. Seriously, though, like, why do men get married? Why do they get married? Because that is what happens. Why do men get married? Can you tell me? You're married.
I'm married. I think something happens. Like, there's a thing. Here's what I realize. Any argument that I get into with my wife or anything my wife does that bugs me, if you were to take her out of the equation, I would have the same problems with anybody else because 99% of everything that goes down in a relationship is on you. You know, so you go, oh, does that make sense? Like, there's some stuff that I need to work on that you can keep clicking in anybody, and I'm still going to have the same issues because it's stuff that I have to figure out to not create this
but
reality.
you can't say 99% is you because it takes two people and you're working in tandem and there's this like energy and chemistry happening. So you can't, I mean, yes, everybody comes with their own set of problems and flaws and things they have to work on, but if there's problems in the relationship, it just can't be 99% only one person. It's got to be equal.
I think it happens where you get something in your gut that tells you, yeah, okay, you know what? Let me give this a whirl. What, marriage? Yeah.
That's the deciding factor? Let me give this a whirl?
It's a feeling.
If some fucking guy said, let me give this a whirl. Some guy was just like, you know what? I've been going out with her 4 years. Let me give it a fucking... If she wants to marry me, let me give it a whirl. I would take the fucking ring and I'd shove his cock through it. That's what I would do with it, okay? I don't want anybody, like, taking the next step with me just because it's the next thing to do. And I know endless amounts of men who do this. They're all miserable. They all cheat or they want to cheat. They talk shit about their marriage. I just don't understand why people keep getting married. It doesn't work.
Well, here's some more people who say stuff about their marriage just to kind of add fuel to this fire. I'm getting Racheal all wound up. I like it.
This topic makes me nuts, and I can't even go into why, but it just does.
Okay, here we go. Tiffany says, just turn off the lights and the TV when he leaves the room. That's all I want.
She doesn't have much.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves. Lights, TVs, everywhere. Oh, and stop snoring, too. Completely
like
two
you
different...
can just stop doing that.
Yeah, that's like across the board. You don't go, oh, I only mind lights, but now it went from... Okay. Want me to keep reading these? These are some people. More TLC.
I want to see what the men... These are all women complaining about men, which is the way the world portrays women. Is just these naggy, whiny bitches drags, which I guess they are.
Refill the refrigerator with bottled water. I know it's silly, but he leaves one bottle and not go to the garage to get more.
Wow, that's some problem she's got there. Sounds like a white person problem. A rich white person problem. Oh, there's no bottled water in the refrigerator anymore. I'm going to drink out of the tap. What are you doing to me? I can't even stand you anymore. Scumbag.
All right, here's one from a guy. Alex says, I'm happy living alone.
Wait, can you introduce me to Alex? Maybe
you want to meet Alex?
Maybe he could be my
I don't know.
prom date.
I don't know what Alex looks like.
Do it like Jim Gaffigan. Prom date.
Do you want me to keep reading a couple more of these, or are these just getting
I like it.
And don't forget, I asked people what one thing they want their partner to change. I like the music. If we can hit that again. It helps me get in character right here.
Maybe you could put the Halloween music on.
Yeah, right? Like,
that's more like it.
All right. Okay. Oh, here's a guy. Do you want a guy?
I want a guy.
Okay, here we go. When is this? Okay.
I'm on men's side, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. I am on men's side.
Or do you want to read? I'm the worst out loud reader.
No,
in
you
history.
read them because then I react.
Okay, here we go.
It's working well.
Pick up the black hair bands. Okay, my girlfriend and her 11-year-old daughter lives with me, and I find these and he didn't say fuckers. He goes F and then that little dot thing, ERs. So, okay, I find these fuckers everywhere, and it's like Mel Gibson's kid in Signs with the water glasses.
See, now that guy's funny.
The only bright side would be if I had to serve vegetable chopping accident in the kitchen. I could hear the surgeon now. Thank God you had those black hair bands to use as a tourniquet, Mr. Donahue. It saved your life. Or this is what I believe my girlfriend thinks I'm going to have happen.
Now that's funny, and I can relate because I have long hair, and I have 8,000 black ponytail holders, and they are indeed all over the place. That's funny.
So it's good. Everybody's got a little.
So yeah, that's good.
Everybody's got like a little. Stop spending money. You know, all that normal stuff. Which money is probably the thing. It's weird how when one little thing that the person does starts to bug you so much.
Well, yeah, it's because it's inevitable no matter whether you're married or just date. I mean, I dated my ex-boyfriend Mike for 7 years. We lived together for 3 or 4, and I just find that I don't like sharing a space with someone. I like to live alone. He was great. He cleaned everything, but the thing for me, what I wanted him to do was go out more. He never left the apartment, so he was always there. And I grew up in a house where like my parents were always there because my father was disabled. He didn't work. My mother didn't work, so I was with people every minute of my life growing up, so he never went anywhere. I had no privacy. Like I couldn't masturbate, I couldn't watch my own porn, I couldn't do anything. Like he was always there.
Did you ever just tell him just to leave?
I told him all the time, but he didn't have many friends. He didn't, you know what I mean? He didn't have like much of a social life, so it was just him and me all the time. And I was like, oh my God, go out, leave me alone.
Did you send him out for random stuff, just like bullshit chores, like, hey, can you run to the store?
It wouldn't be long enough. I wanted like hours. I wanted big clips where I had alone time. You know what I mean? And he just wouldn't go out. I mean, is that the perfect girlfriends or what? What girl tells their guy to go out? I'm like, here, take money, go to a fucking strip club. Don't come back. I don't even care.
I think that's why with my wife, I'm traveling, especially like these weeks. I'm on the road every week until January.
Yeah, that's rough.
So
I wouldn't like that.
I'm only home Mondays and Tuesdays.
No, I wouldn't like that.
And some of it, I'm not even home then. Yeah. So she has the place to herself, Wednesday through, Saturday. Mm-hmm. And it does, so she gets a lot of alone time. But then when I'm there, sometimes it feels like you're impeding on their life.
Yeah, well,
when you're on their couch and then you're like, oh, I'm going to watch this, and it's their TV time.
Yeah.
And it's not theirs, but, you get in a system. You're like, no, on Tuesdays, or I watch this show at this time, and then if you suddenly throw a random person in, it's sometimes tough.
But because you don't see each other that often, your sexual attraction should still be like,
Yes. That happens, and right at the moment, I was held a sign saying in 2 minutes we have to take a break. So if you're listening to this, it would sound like I had to pause and really think about what Racheal just said, and I wasn't. I was just distracted. Yeah, but you know what happens, and my wife says this all the time, that I'm home for 48 hours, and your relationship has to run a full gamut in 48 hours.
That's right.
Lovey-dovey, argument, sex,
gotta have the
makeup.
argument.
And then back full circle, and then you leave again. So you literally do a month's worth of emotions in 2 days.
Why does there have to be an argument in there, though? Like, there has to be.
You know what happens is, my wife was married before, and they were in the military, and it's a thing. It's a natural thing. It's a bonding, where usually when, like, troops are deployed, their wives, they get in big arguments because it's sometimes arguing or that anger is an attachment.
Yeah, well, definitely.
And then before you leave, let's have this big blowout.
Yeah.
So there's this connection. Like for a lot of people,
it's like we both care so much.
Yeah.
So we hate
for a lot
each
of
other.
people, that connection of arguing is a tighter connection than lovey-dovey.
Yeah, I know people like that who are married and have that for sure. I don't want to live like that, but if it works for you, that's fine. I could never. I mean, like, I'm not saying you, but I do know people who. They have a strong bond through fighting and like possibly violence and stuff, but I could never live that way.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, let's change it on a different note besides spousal abuse.
No, I didn't mean like that.
When we come back, I know on one of the other shows we talked about, I just can't do Jerry Lewis.
You can.
And I feel my voice is a waste. I feel like I have some potential.
You do. I can help you.
And you are like beyond an expert. And I'll give I'm really bad at plugging stuff, but I was on your website, which is a badass 80s jam box. Ghetto Blaster.
Done by my insurance agent, Andrew York.
Oh, I love it. Like, I would go and I would click on it. But I'm a guy from the 80s, and I was listening to all your commercials and all your character voices you do, and then just all your... you have a badass voice, and I would like to take this time, to maybe pick your brain a little bit.
All right.
Go right back. Let's do this. Yeah. Listen to Heffron and Reap with Racheal.
Hey there.
Heffron and Reap. Follow them on Twitter.
Totally for sure.
At Heffron and Reap.
You're listening to the Toad Hop Network. Radio worth watching.
The SodaStream Soda Maker is fun as hell. The kids are going to love it. There's 50 different flavors, and it's healthy. There's no fructose, corn syrup, or aspartame. So pick one up at Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, Macy's, Kohl's, and Walmart. Or just go to SodaStream.com.
You're listening to the Toad Hop Network.
Radio
Most definitely.
It's awesome.
It's just clean family fun.
This is the Heffron and Reap Show.
We're back after the break. Sitting, co-hosting with me, Rachel Butera. You can find her at Twitter at Rach Butera Voice. saw online yesterday. She just needs a few more followers, and she really will start to feel confident about herself.
Yeah, I'm almost at 3,000.
So if we can get that for her, then her identity, her just general self-worth will increase.
I'm not going to feel right until I have 13,000 Twitter fans.
Yeah, it's weird how now I heard everyone's all Instagramming it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the thing after Twitter.
Yeah.
And then I think it's like enough. Like I can't keep just chasing.
It's too much, man.
I can't keep chasing it.
Chasing the dragon.
You know, MySpace, and then you go follow me on.
Chase the dragon. Oh, are you gonna put Steely Dan on?
I'm gonna go find it. You know me. Anytime you hear, I hear a song, I just at least have to have access to it. So, out of all the voices you do, because I'm obsessed with this, who do you like doing the most? Not person, but who do you enjoy?
Of late, I've been really enjoying Wanda Sykes, because I'm getting good feedback on that shit. And I feel like I really got a hold on that voice. But I like to move around when I do it. It's hard for me to do it sitting here in this seat. So you're getting special treatment right now, okay?
Right. So when you do Wanda, so now you go, I can do a black woman's voice really well. Now, does then that open up the mind map to go, I'm just curious on how people do so many. You do so many. Where I'll do a guy from Michigan. Ready? Here's the only impression I can do. Ready? And, hey, what's up from Michigan? That's it. That's
Dude,
literally.
you have so much more that you can do.
That's
than
all
that.
I can
I'm
do.
going to school you. I'm going to teach you.
That's what I'm fascinated. Like, how do you then start to see?
I think it's.
Maybe we'll trade. Maybe you help me with voice stuff.
You help me with comedy.
And then I'll help you with stand-up. I've done a few things as a stand-up comic.
I will get you to where you're so scared at how much you sound like Pharrell because you're already there. You're in that range. You've got it. You just need to.
How about we do this? What if we can trade? I have something you want. You have something I want. I want to just create one voice. I have none, so I'm zero. Okay. So it's almost like you're looking at a blank canvas.
Right.
And then, so you could give me drop some knowledge.
Yep.
And then you can ask me a question, and then I'll drop some knowledge stand-up-wise.
Okay, sounds good.
Is that fair?
You think we're going to do it now? Like, you're going to learn, you think you can learn Jerry Lewis right now? Like,
I don't know, but here's the thing. I don't know if I want to do Jerry Lewis.
Who would you like to do?
Because I don't know if anyone would even get... I don't know.
Even though it's all right.
I like to do it in storytelling. So if I'm
you just throw it out there,
doing a story about a guy who's kind of douchey, I would like to then do a douchey guy's voice. So I don't need
any douchey guy, or
like almost like more of a
but
character.
I feel like you can do that already. Like you can do any douche. You can do any douche. To do a celebrity is different, but if you just want to start talking like some fucking asshole, you can fucking do that anytime. Like you can just throw that.
I know
out
who
there.
sounded like right there. You sounded like the guy who sold Darth Vader, who worked at the shop in Little Darth Vader. Hey, no.
I don't even know what that is.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The guy when Darth Vader was like 11 and he's working in that shop.
Which Star Wars?
It was like the one when he was a kid. Darth Vader as a kid.
One of the prequel-y ones?
And he's in there, and then they were going to come and take, you want the mama.
I don't even know that, but all right.
That's what you sound like, but anyway.
I can do that. All right. So, I feel like you can do that. You probably you feel like you can't, so you don't go into it, but you totally should. I mean, just like, especially because you have this forum, the radio. This is why I like it, because you're storytelling, and then you just, all of a sudden you want to you ran into some girl today, and she talked like this, and you just totally bust into it, and it sounds great over the radio, so you should do it more.
And I learned when I went on for that movie, hopefully that I get. I've never really wanted anything. Anything I've done as a stand-up, if I got it, I was like, if I get the Tonight Show, that'll be cool. If I don't, then I don't. And then I always ended up getting stuff, but I've never really wanted anything.
Right.
I've always been kind of like, whatever.
I know.
This is the first thing that I've ever really auditioned where I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, man, I know that feeling.
And what it did, it tasted me. It made me go, you know what? I could be good at this.
Yep.
I didn't know that I liked doing this until I did it.
You just sounded so much like Jerry Lewis there. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. No, you did. It freaked me out.
I didn't know. But I didn't know. So then when I went in there, I'm like, and then I would do stuff like, say I had to say the guy's name, like Jerry. And then the script would say Jerry, Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know not to say Jerry the same exact way twice.
Right.
It was like a thing like, Jerry, Jerry.
Yeah.
Like when you change it, but I was like,
How did you learn to do that, though? Who told you to do that?
The directors of the movie that I wanted, like, so it literally, I got schooled with the people that, do
it as if Jerry's running away from you and this is the last time you're ever going to see him.
Yeah, and what's great is I asked Jim Brewer, because Jim does a lot of stuff. He goes, here's what you do. You ask them, how do you want me to read it? And then the director would tell you, and then you just do it exactly like they fucking just said. You know what I mean? Instead of being like an actor going, well, let's see, how would I say Jerry? I would really say it this way. You just go, how do you want it? Just go, Jerry? Yeah. And then you go, okay, ready? Jerry? Yeah. Perfect, John. Yeah, because I just repeated exactly. Exactly.
What you do. Yeah, you do. You do that. You do what they ask you for, and then you do your own thing. And hopefully they're going to be like, oh, it's something they didn't even think of. And they're like, oh, my God, yes, that's it.
I just know Frankie Muniz is going to get it.
Don't say. Dude, don't
I don't even know who
he.
I don't even think he read for it, but I know they're going to go like some kid like that.
Hey, listen, you know that movie Throw Mama from the Train?
Yes.
You know the woman, the old woman.
Right.
That's probably my best impersonation. And all my life I've gone, like, who am I ever going to do this for? No one's ever going to want it. Well, 2 fucking weeks ago, I get a voiceover script with a copy with specs that say, sound like Ann Ramsey from Throw Mama from the Train. I'm like, oh my God, this is it. This is me. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I didn't get it. It went to Gray Delisle, who's an amazing voiceover artist. But I can't believe that she can do that voice better than me. I just can't.
Oh, on this one, they said, I go, well, how do you want this thing to sound? And they go, exactly like your stand-up. We listen to your stand-up on satellite all the time. We want the character to sound like John Heffron on stage.
There you go.
But if I don't get it, then I'm going to be like, I couldn't even pull off John Heffron being on stage, the one guy that I know how to do.
You know it's not about that. It's so arbitrary and so many things come into play. Somebody was telling me a story the other day about a girl who was auditioning to be like the voice of Style, the Style Network. Right. And they narrowed it down. They got to this one girl that they really liked. The casting director was like, you know what, I really like her, but I hate her agent, and I don't want to deal with her agent for the next year, so no. So that poor girl lost out on that because of nothing. It had nothing to do with her read. She was good. They liked her. They didn't want to deal with her agent. So if you didn't get it, it probably has nothing to do with your performance. Right. I've only been in this town a year, and I already know that that's true.
You know what's funny is I have a buddy who does. He runs a really big production company. They do Jersey Shore. They do every show, reality show that you've seen. And I've been friends with him for 25, 30 years. Mm-hmm. He recently, and I'll leave out all the names, he has a kid on the way. He's got 3 kids. Kid on the way. Dude works maybe 17 hours a day, on a good day. Mm-hmm. He nonstop works.
He on a sitcom?
But he produces 5 or 6 shows that are on all bunch of different networks. The guy just works too much and juggles a family. So he flies in from wherever he was coming from, shooting in Chicago. He gets home. He sees his kids. He's got to go see a comic perform at the Improv. Mm-hmm. He told these people, I'll go and see this guy. Gets home. His kid goes, Daddy, are you leaving again? And da-da-da. And he's like, I'll be back in 45 minutes. And the cat's in the cradle and the
yeah, exactly.
So he leaves, drives over the hill.
Just like him.
Yeah, and he goes over the hill. It's a 45-minute drive. Gets there. The place is sold out, or it's at capacity, and the door guy wouldn't let him in. Right? So he goes all this stuff. So then he ends up leaving and calls the agency. Now he's pissed. He's like, you just took, 2 hours of valuable time from me. Or valuable, not valuable. And they go,
you just sounded like Rocky.
How you doing, no?
See, dude, I am going to make you a fucking impersonator like you wouldn't believe. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, yeah.
So then he went there, and then they go, well, we'll send you a DVD of this guy. So he told me, he goes, this comic who I'm sure is a nice guy. Well, if he ever comes across my desk to host anything, to pitch a show, he won't even make it within 5 blocks of my thing because they fucked me on the one Saturday. So now this comic doesn't know that he has a enemy in the business because his management screwed up.
I know, dude, and you don't even know. And it could be like somebody's putting in a word for you to somebody else. But maybe that person doesn't like the person who's putting in the word for you, and so they're just ignore. You know what I mean? Like, like I have somebody trying to reach out to a comedy manager right now on behalf of me, and the guy's not getting back to them. I'm thinking like, wow, maybe that comedy manager just doesn't like that friend of mine, and maybe that's why he's not responding to me. And forevermore, he'll associate my name with that guy, and maybe he'll never talk to me.
Now you're trying to make, not trying to make, you're making the transition, because sometimes I do that in my career where I'm like, okay, when this happens, then I'm really, no, you're in the mix of your career now. It's like sometimes people go, well, when this happens, then I'm going to. No, you're in the shiznit as we speak.
Shiznit,
Don't say it's going to start there. You're in your career now.
Yeah, pretty much in it.
So, crap ton of impressions on Stern Show.
Yep.
And on your own stuff. Now you want to make that transition, because you're super talented, and a cool way as a comic is to do live shows to get people to come out.
Sure.
But you also have to have that that people come out and see you, and you want them to see you twice, not once.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people that they're like, oh, he was this guy on the show, and then they see him once. They're like, yeah, we were robbed. Thanks. And then because you're thinking about that one little nut opposed to, whatever. And I had a great point with this, and then it started going away.
Well, I was telling you during the break that, people have approached me to do the Comedy Store and Flappers and this and that, but now I'm having a problem getting myself booked on these shows, and it's like everywhere I go in this town, people know my name. They're like, "Oh, you're Racheal Butera from the Howard Stern Show."
That's what I was gonna say.
I can't get an 8-minute set at the Comedy Store, the Laugh Factory.
Why
anywhere.
do you want an 8-minute set at the Comedy Store or the Laugh Factory?
Well, I just want to perform. I want to get up there. I mean, I need to
in front of the live people.
Yeah, I mean, I have material. I write. I've done it before. I've done pretty well, and I just enjoy performing live in front of people. I want to do it all the time.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, I got, lucky in the sense when I left Detroit, I'd already been doing stand-up so I skipped the whole come to L.A., try to get stage time thing.
Right.
I was lucky enough to be established on the road and do enough colleges where I'd fly into L.A., and then I fly off, and then make a little money, then I come back where I never had to do that.
So when you came to LA, what did you come for, and what did you start doing?
I was in early 20s, and you came to get that sitcom that everybody.
What you want, the sitcom. So you didn't.
Back in the day, that's how you did it. You came and you got a development deal.
Yeah.
And then you know.
Did they know you? Did they know you from your time at colleges and in Detroit, or were you?
I was a young kind of upstart comic, and I think I did like Evening at the Improv, which is a show that was on a bazillion years ago, and maybe one Tonight Show.
Okay.
And right when I started doing stand-up is when the alternative scene, like Sarah Silverman, Oswald, like all them were all, just subtract 20 years.
Yeah.
That was all just starting. And I remember meeting with Tim Allen's manager, and he's like, you should be an alternative comic. You should start hanging out with that scene. And, I'm a new guy. No one knew me. And I went to a couple of those rooms. Like, you keep in mind, I'm 23. I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm in L.A. I'm going to be this. And I just did not like the vibe.
Really?
They just remind me of everybody at drama school when I was in high school that really needed to get over them fucking selves.
Yeah.
So I was like, in being a Detroit, Michigan guy, I couldn't suddenly be this artistic alternative-y comic in Los Angeles because I still had, chewing tobacco in my mouth.
Right.
So I that's why I always stuck with like observationally just kind of Midwesty type humor, but have lived in Los Angeles.
So you're telling me I should just bypass the Comedy Store and go get a sitcom?
Yes, but the cool thing now is with podcasts and with all that stuff you can do, you can develop that fan base easier than, let's say, when I started off. Because now you have people go, she's funny, she does this, she's super entertaining. Yeah, I'll go see her.
Right.
Where if you were just a open mic comic and you didn't have anything, I have trouble getting butts in seats in some city, and I've been on everything you can be on 8 million times.
Yeah.
It's still a hustle no matter what.
Sure.
It never goes away. The hustle never goes away.
Right.
Dollar signs might change. The where you're hustling might change. You might go from I'm doing this like one nighter bar, hold 50 people hustle, or then it switches to I'm in a 600 seat comedy club hustle.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
It never goes away.
Right. I mean, honestly, the comedy that I have done around town, I have done the Comedy Store and Flappers and all those places. it depresses me once you come off stage and you're backstage hanging around with all these young neurotic comics and they're all, oh, my set sucked, man. I was supposed to do this one thing. Like, I don't do that.
Who cares?
Who cares? And I don't feel that way. Like I'm not confident in many places in my life, but I am confident in my ability to make people laugh, and I know that I can perform. I know that I can do that. I'm not so insecure about that. So I'm not going to stand around pacing neurotic and be like, hey, man, put me on next because the crowd's hot right now. And that's what they all do.
I remember doing that. I was someplace and I was just sitting in back and doing my pre-show ritual, which is stuffing tissue in my pockets and eating chicken tenders. And this kid goes, looks at the crowd in the opening act, and he goes, what do you think this crowd wants? They kind of look like, this crowd really kind of looks like they want.
See,
and he was really analyzing this crowd. And I just look at him and go, the crowd wants whatever the fuck you give them.
Right.
Why are you saying that they have this much power? They don't. You spoon feed them. It's not the other way around.
Right, exactly.
Because I've learned after 23 years, I can't predict anything. Like when I sit back and I see a group of people and I'm like, oh, look at those fuckers. Those people are going to heckle. Look at them. They're wearing leather vests with no shirts. They're going to heckle. And then they sit down and the biker guys don't say a word.
Right.
And then the housewife or, teacher from Ohio lady pipes up the entire time. So you can never.
No, you never
They just
know.
like you. That's the only thing. You build rapport with the crowd. And
Yeah.
if they like you, then your set's awesome. And if you don't get to joke 5, a lot of comics go, here's my joke 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they rush to get to 5.
Yeah.
So they piss on 2, 3, and 4.
Sure.
Where if you never have a 5.
Right.
I don't have a closer. I end my show with when it's time to leave.
What feels good.
I leave.
Yeah.
That way I'm never rushing to get anything.
Right.
And I'm not going, oh boy, I needed to switch that. But I'm a storyteller,
But
though,
you're-
not a
but
joke
you're-
teller.
You've been doing it so long. It's like it's so second nature for you now. For somebody still writing their own material, new stuff coming up, trying to figure out what it's going to be like, how to make their set nice and tight and get everything in there. We're not going to take it. Wait a minute.
I misfired that. That was an odd
Wait, I'm
one.
going to interrupt myself and say that there's another voice I know that you can do. I think his name is Robert Forster, the guy from Jackie Brown. Who you know that actor? He was like big in the 70s. You know Jackie Brown, the Tarantino film? Is that his name? Robert Forster? Yeah, you can do him because he's got that Midwestern, you say out. I'm going out. And he talks like that too, and he's got that same kind of cadence to his voice that you got.
You say, I go out, but opposed to if you're in
Not
Canada,
out.
when you're going out, it's good to be back. And
Right.
I always do that,
You're somewhere in the
like
middle.
hockey players. Like if they're just after every news, they're like, we just moved the puck up and down the ice, and
Up and down.
and we got to keep the puck out of our zone, and it was just
See, there you go. You can do hockey, man. There's your hockey voice.
Hockey guy,
But just sound dumber because they like
hockey guy
players,
reads like a childhood nighttime stories, like it.
There you go.
The 3 pigs,
See,
they wanted to get away from the wolf, and it's important just to stay as a team, and
that's perfect. Dude, there
go
you go.
out
You
and
got
it.
I love it.
So I think likability on stage when that's why those young guys, but some of the comedy clubs around Los Angeles breeds that type of thing. You can
Seems
walk
like it.
into one. The Comedy Store has a different vibe than the Improv or the Laugh Factory, and I'm a lone wolf in the sense I'm not a part of any of that clique.
Well, when you said to me, why do you want to do stand up there? What would be your alternative to that? Because the way you said it made it sound like, why would you want to do that? You should be doing.
No, I meant I know friends that their whole thing is. I want to get past at the club. I want to perform, and I forget when you said I want stage time. I'm like, oh, okay, that's why.
Right. That's just so people will get to know me more, so then I can get the TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you do those sets where but from my point of view, I'm on the road so much. I do 12, shows a week, 13 shows a week, an hour and a half each. You know what I mean? So I have so much stage time that getting up someplace.
You're like, why? You're like, I'm looking to end this. Why do you even want to start it?
Yeah, but then when I showcase for people or I'll perform at a club around town, I'll sometimes I get weird nerves because I'm not used to being on those stages.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird thing, man. I just honestly what I want to do is capitalize on the recognition I have now as the Stern, the Stern girl, the impersonation girl, because people do know my name. Like Fox has been asking about me to my agent and stuff.
Yeah.
So people know my name.
You can't get more exposure than
by thinking by doing it live, like
I was on Stern one time.
Yeah, but he's East Coast. You know what I mean? Like people out here need to know. People out here need to know my name. They need to know who I am. God damn it! I'm gonna be drunk and mowing down Hollywood Boulevard. What is this?
Did you see that on the way here when we're broadcasting from Hollywood Boulevard?
Oh my God, I see it every day.
There's people that dress up like superheroes on Hollywood Boulevard, and then you get pictures taken with them, and then they ask for a tip.
Yeah.
But it's literally the worst, like, just a super skinny guy, and you see his package in a Spider-Man outfit.
And it's 102 degrees
I saw
Hollywood
Chewbacca
Bowl.
getting pictures taken without his helmet on. You're like, guys, isn't there some kind of code of creepy people
I know.
that you...
I gotta say, like, I love LA. I love LA. But I do. I just moved here from Jersey a year ago, and I absolutely love it here. But I hate Hollywood Boulevard. It's filthy to me, and it's just like it's just gross. And I hate touristy things anyway. Like I stayed away from Times Square when I was in New York ever, and I had to drive down Hollywood Boulevard to get here, and I was like, oh my God, I don't ever want to be on this street for any reason ever.
It's kind of gross.
It is.
And then you see the Walk of Fame people, and then you see like
fat tourists in what's that? Visors. Fat tourists and visors. That's all it is.
Looking at
buses and fat tourists and visors. Going
Judge
up and
Judy
down.
has a star on Walk. It's right by this food cart that's right by there. That's why I know it's Farrah Fawcett.
And who even fucking care? I don't even care. And
there's some empty ones. I'm like, I think you can just pay to get it done, right? Or do you have to get voted?
I think you pay, don't you? I don't know. I have no fucking idea. This isn't my town.
Well, like how much? I wonder.
But do you see these fat tourists and like it's fat couples? It's like a huge fat man, and they have the exact same body. The man and the woman have the exact same fat body.
Over years, they just kind of blip into the same exact ball of non-sexuality.
I understand fat couples. Okay, I'm fat, but like, why would two fat people want to have sex with each other? It's hard enough to have sex when one person is fat. Like, how do two fat people? I don't even know how they like. I don't understand why or how that could even happen in nature.
Maybe they just like the beauty inside.
No, I think it's just like, oh, you know what? I'm fat. I can't get anybody better. And then she's just like, well, I'm not going to do better than that fat fuck. So then they just like accept each other and deal with it and just eat Burger King until they die.
Did you have In-N-Out since you've been here?
You know what? I had In-N-Out when I visited LA for the first time a year ago, and I tried it then. I'm not I don't like fast food, but everybody's like, yeah, you gotta try it, bro. I'm like, God, it's the best burger in the world. You have to have it. I'm like, all right, fine.
You totally sound like that guy on Star Wars. you gotta, you gotta.
I want to sound like Jim Brewer when he's telling the stories about his dad. Oh, my dad shit his pants.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had In-N-Out. I wasn't impressed. But what I do love, I will fucking say, Fat Burger is so goddamn good.
Fat Burger's good.
Oh my God, there's one like on my corner. I live over in Los Feliz, and it's like right there. And it's bad news, dude. It's
you moved to like a trendier town? It's Los Feliz?
I did because I had some friends over there, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to live by the beach, but I can't afford to live by the beach. And so Los Feliz, I found a nice little studio for not too much, and I have some friends over there.
It's kind of hip and trendy.
It is. You can walk to everything, which I like, and I ride my bike everywhere. I don't like driving everywhere, so it's perfect for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, by Griffith Park, too. I like it.
You know, this whole time we've been talking, I've been looking at the song, and I don't know why. The song has nothing to do with anything we've talked about. But this song.
Oh my God, take a look at me now. Love Phil Collins.
So, I think I'm still stuck with your prom idea. So all these slow songs are just in my head. And I just picture you standing there in your prom outfit, and then your mascara's running because you've been crying the whole time. And you have your tiara is kind of like off to the side.
He hates my hips.
And then right then you grab your skirt and you lift it up and you just plop down onto the ground.
I don't need him anyway. I don't care anymore.
And then we see the door opens, and the kid who was a foreign exchange student that said he had to leave because his dad was being transferred back to Germany is slowly walking towards you. And as he's slowly walking towards you, He takes off his shirt, and he's wearing the sweater you made him.
Oh my God!
And he goes over to you and he goes, "What's up, Rachel? I'm back. I was wondering if you'd like to have this dance."
I'd love to.
And then he takes your hand, and then he grabs you, and then all the bubbles start to fall. He's like, my dad is moving back into New Jersey, and I can't do a Joy. If I knew how to do a German guy,
Adolf.
I shouldn't have thrown him German. I should have made him like.
No, it's good that you see. I think we're on a telepathic level because I told. Oh, maybe because I said I was dating a
I
German
should
guy.
have went. Rachel. You know. I listen to me. I decided where I come back there, and I decided we dance together.
Well, that guy wouldn't be so great because I'd be like, you're just another Guido from Bloomfield, New Jersey.
Know what I'm gonna think? If you're on the show again, which I hope you are, I hope you'll sit in.
I will be, darling. Don't worry.
I kind of liked what we just did there. And maybe we'll just make up random scenarios and we'll just start
it's like theater
talking.
of the mind.
That's what we'll do.
We'll go
I
old
felt
school.
comfortable. I'm like, okay, I can work on my narration abilities, and I'll then I'll practice my voices. Do you want to be in a prom every time?
We could be.
Is that the scenario every single time?
No,
and it's
man,
different guys coming up to you?
No, we could do different
We'll switch it up.
scenarios. Doesn't have to be the prom. I do like the prom though. I love the songs.
We'll just think of different scenarios.
And I love that, giving me a second chance to have a better prom.
All right,
or maybe let's have a worse prom too.
Perfect. Sitting in with me with the John Reap, who's out getting famous in Detroit, doing his movie. Make sure you say hi to him at John Reap. Say Rachel and John will find you. John, stay strong. John Reap has been kidnapped. And on Twitter, go to Rach Butera Voice. We'll throw up links and stuff like that. Rachel, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Guys, do me a favor and go live a happy life.
Heffron and Reap. Follow them on Twitter.
Totally for sure.
At Heffron and Reap.
You're listening to the Toad Hop Network, radio worth watching.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Those days are